my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'm a running back. Ay. Same day, why I'm a running back. Yeah. Friday, payday, running back. Ay. Running back, running back, running back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man when it come back. I'ma give back my bad when the check hit the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Check. Watch 54. Here we go. Kill.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Prescott. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Long. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. That's going to be caught. A very solid gain of 27. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. On second down, it's Taylor, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Elliott on first down going absolutely nowhere as he'll lose about 3 on the play. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Now Elliott. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go. Line in. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 95.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first years away. Taylor now returning it. Pretty move. Well, nice job on the return there. 6. Yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack. And that's what I'm seeing so far.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go now.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Check Mike, check Mike. Smooth. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. Go.
Looking to throw. Long. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
You're not ready. You're not ready. 58's the Mike. Now.
They run the counter. Taylor, he's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
They'll run with Taylor. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
Set, ready, 8, read. 56. They can't hang with us. 5.
Here's Long, operating from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Get ready. Hey, Echo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw is Long. From the gun, he'll throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run with Elliott. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go. Check. Watch 54. I got one.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Everybody, hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Slide, kill.
A first down throw for Prescott. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. This is Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
17-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
46. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Now they'll run it the toss. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
You're trapped. Then we're going to 53. We're going to 47.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. They come up in an offset eye. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 10 carry now for Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have got away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
That's what I do. Yes. 56. Mike, 56. Right, go. 56.
Long now. Throwing again. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw. Long. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Watch 54. All day, every day, any day. Switch. Slam. Hey.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Long, throwing on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Second and 2. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now Long on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Ready.
Throwing again. Long. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 5.
Here's Long. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Long. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is long. Going to throw again. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Long now, off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Yep. 58, boy, 58. Hey, high 7.
Long, operating from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
That's we're going to 53. He's checking.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
First down, Dallas.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Again, it's Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And a Cowboy first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54. I got you, pop. 49, check 49, check 49. 25, check 20. We're going to 54. Why is undercut. 26.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a downset here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On first down, it's Taylor. He's got the first down and more past midfield. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Rush in.
Here's Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now long. From the gun, he'll throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
First down, a run with Cohen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd and 5. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Recon, 132 fighter. Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Long. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
It's our time.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal from the 1.
You. Check three. 80 weapon. Check. Lucky. Look at me. Door.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Taylor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Block 54. Hey, pick your game up.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Here we go, set. 50, plant. 54, Mike. 3 bud. Set, go.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Panthers, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving,